Richie Reid from Ballyhale Shamrocks, play with Kilkenny as well.
Daithí Burke uses his goalkeeper, and Aidan Murphy sweeps it away down. But the sweeper there, Richie Reid, unmarked, in position perfectly so.
Since I was small, the older brothers were probably playing there the whole time, so the father really reared me into it really. From a young age, I was going to school there in Ballyhale, and for probably most days we were bringing the hurl and ball in with us. And growing up then, I suppose I always had the influence of the older club lads, the likes of Bob Elward, Henry Shefflin, Henry's brother Paul, who else? There's a few other lads, Aidan Cummins, and then sure, obviously then I had the three older brothers then as well, which were a huge influence. Sure, the second brother that's oldest to me is TJ, and then I had Owen, and then I have the oldest brother then it's Patrick. Best of the Reid hurlers, I have to go say Owen. He has 10 county final medals on the field of play, so I'd have to give it to him because TJ missed one and he wasn't playing.
Cummins is ready, Shefflin is as well, he's got 8 points so far. They need it, it's in the back of the net! Henry Shefflin cracks in his 22nd ever championship goal!
Henry Shefflin, of course, which is my childhood hero. Every day I went down to the hurling field and he came back training with us. I was always down there pucking the ball back to him, so he was a great inspiration for me.
It's all over, and the 2022 Leinster final has been won by Kilkenny.
As a player, you're not trying to get involved in it or think of it, so you're just trying to play your own game. But after the game, though, he came when I was going up to collect the cup, he came straight over to me and shook the hands. So fair play to Henry, like he's a great man. First position I was put in, I was actually on goal with the club, and it was actually James McGarry that put me there. So that's how I got in onto the Kilkenny team. And then when I got in onto the Kilkenny team, I was there as sub-choice goalie, and I had David Herity and Owen Murphy ahead of me. So then when I went back to the club stages, then I was kind of getting 1 or 2 games at the field, and then I got a chance to play with field down to the club for a year, and things went well there. So then Brian then asked me would I have any interest in going out the field, and as that went on, then I started playing more out the field at the club, and originally then I was playing in the backs then, so that's where I found my position then into the backs. In a way you need scoring half backs as well, but obviously you need massively defensive as well there. So there's a lot of ways you have to play in the backs. Like some lads like to hold back, some lads like to push on up the field. So it's chapter changing over the years. I'm in the 3rd Battalion in Stevens Barracks in Kilkenny, so I'm in there every day, 5 days a week really, from 8:30 till 4:30. So, but in fairness, I'm working inside one of the offices there. So in fairness to the lads, they know that I'm hurling and time-wise with hurling and training, so they leave me off. I've been to Lebanon 2.5 years ago. It was actually when the middle of COVID started, so I was actually kept over there for 2 extra months. But then before COVID came, I actually got home to travel for the club championship. So, which I came back for the club semi-final against Knockneal, and got to come back then for the All-Ireland against Bursley. It was actually very nice to come back for. Then it was actually great, like getting the messages from the lads that were back over in Lebanon, just cheering you on there, which was great. So I couldn't wait to go back over and meet them again. I missed the Leinster final. I was actually in the camp in Lebanon listening to it on a radio because the Wi-Fi I couldn't get it up on video because the Wi-Fi wasn't good. I actually got a video FaceTime with a girlfriend's phone, so she gave it to the players, and there's actually a picture going around of it, me on the phone to the lads celebrating. I had to stick to my tour, my duty, and no, I had my own little celebrations there to myself, looking forward to come back to an All-Ireland semi-final. Three Leinsters in a row. It's a new group of players that we have, and we want to achieve our side of things, and hopefully we can just push on and go one step further with this group. It's just whoever brings the right attitude and mindset. We're into the All-Ireland semi-finals, so it's really to push on from here. I have 2 All-Irelands, 2014 and 2015. I could do 1 or 2 more, alright, so hopefully now we can push on. Always be there hitting the ball off the wall. That's what we used to do when we were at home up the farm. We used to bring our hurls and balls with us. So if any advice for the kids, to just keep bringing your hurling ball with you and practicing everywhere you go.